Morning. I want to welcome you to our presentation on Recovery Park Farms, a social enterprise incorporated by Recovery Park, a Detroit-based 501c3 organization. Recovery Park was founded in 2010. Our mission to create jobs for people with barriers to employment. We execute this mission by forming for-profit businesses or enterprises, mostly in the food space, and the jobs are available to people coming out of prison and those leaving substance abuse treatment programs. All of our businesses focus on growing value-added production and wholesale and retail distribution of our food products, and we offer wraparound support services or our associate support platform for all the people that we hire. Recovery Park Farms, our first social enterprise, was launched in 2013. We grow or source specialty produce for the Midwest market. We currently service over 130 restaurants, and we employ people with barriers to employment. We work closely with our parent company, Recovery Park, on workforce support for our associates. So my name is Gary Wozniak, and I'm the founder of Recovery Park. I founded the organization in 2010. As a recovering addict since 1987 and a returning citizen from prison because of my addiction in 1991, I clearly understand the need for jobs for people to have success when they return from these institutions. I'm a visionary leader. I've owned 7 small businesses since returning from prison, and this is an opportunity for me to give back to the returning citizen and recovering community and also build an enterprise to diversify Detroit's economy into food-based businesses. So the problem is twofold. One is the region lacks access to local produce on a year-round basis, particularly salads and salad mixes. And secondly, building large commercial greenhouse operations in rural environments, it's hard to get the labor force into those situations. So our solution is to build greenhouses, commercial scale, in urban environments like Detroit or Flint or Grand Rapids, and grow the produce locally year-round. To hire and train people coming out of prisons and drug treatment programs, which generally migrate back to urban environments, and to utilize systems that can be tuned to meet customer demand and preference for the product. We want to make sure that all of our product is delivered in a 300-mile transport radius because this increases the shelf life. Recovery Park Farms has a very strong brand currently. We market premium fresh produce and leafy greens into the Midwest. We are developing a commercial scale greenhouse. We currently employ people with barriers to employment. And people understand when they buy our product that they're buying product that's fresh, it's clean, it's leading edge, and they can trust us. Currently, Recovery Park Farms has 4 products in the marketplace. These products are being sourced from cooperative farmers in Guatemala. They include sugar snap peas, snow peas, green zucchini, and baby carrots. You can see from our label that the logo, which is a rainbow going from blue for water to green for harvest, really ties into the Recovery Park story. So specialty greens are where we're moving with this proposal. Greens grown locally in Michigan, tapping into the farm-to-table movement, which is burgeoning across the entire country, offering unique and exclusive brands year-round, employing people with barriers to employment to grow these. For every acre that we develop, we can employ 8 to 12 people. We grow naturally, we don't use pesticides or fertilizers, and our greenhouses are set up so that we can provide a very healthy return on investment to investors. This is an example of the first greenhouse that we're going to build. It's a 2-acre greenhouse, projected build to start in late winter, January, February of 2021. And expected to be completed in October, November of 2021 with full production by December of next year. Market trends are very strong moving in our direction. So you can see in the last 10 years that tomatoes have really taken over being grown in commercial spaces and greenhouses. 70% of all the green tomatoes and peppers and cucumbers that you buy in this country today are greenhouse grown, not field-based grown. This is also happening in the lettuce market. Trends are starting to change, particularly with all the lettuce scare, starting with Bib and then going to romaine. 5 years ago, 95% of all Bib lettuce was grown in the field. Today, 95% of all Bib lettuce is coming out of a hydroponic facility. These market trends tie into industry trends. So industry trends show that people want to buy more fresh produce. They're making more trips to the grocers to buy that fresh produce. 57% of all households nationally are buying prepackaged salads. 47% of all prepackaged food are leafy greens. Dollar sales are growing faster than volume. Michigan's got $1 billion market space in this particular arena. Consumer demand is ever changing, so the greenhouses are highly adaptable, so we can tap into this. We're estimating, based on our research, that leafy green consumption in Michigan is currently 125 million pounds, and our projected greenhouse is only going to be 1% of that 125 million pounds, so a very small segment. Market penetration is really important for our product. We're currently doing in-store visits, continuing to validate the demand and price points for our product. We do have signed contracts in place with Delbane Produce, a Detroit-based distributor that has us in 130 restaurants, 4 sports venues, 3 casinos, and several wholesale food distributors. We also are in contract negotiations with Nino Salvaggio's, who's a $200 million 4-store greengrocer operation, and Bush's Fresh Food Market, which is a $500 million 16-store greengrocer food operation. And finally, we're talking with Meijer, which is a large regional grocery store chain with 338 stores in the Midwest. We do have several competitors in the marketplace, but they have not successfully penetrated the Midwest market. Those are Revel Greens out of Minnesota, Great Lakes Growers out of Ohio, Bright Farms out of Ohio, and Gotham Greens in Illinois. There are none currently in Michigan. Still, 98% of all leaf lettuce is grown in California and Arizona, and it's field-based grown, but this is changing rapidly. And our goal is to differentiate from open field production to the type of production that we're going to be doing. We've had a lot of traction to date because we've been progressing down a very clear path of build. We've got 2 years of system validation. We've got an experienced, highly trained staff. We've got a developable, highly scalable system. We've done extensive product development and product studies. We've got 3 independent marketing studies. We have lots of research that backs up not only our growing side, but also our distribution and our marketing side. We understand the supply chain. We have exclusivity for product in the marketplace. We can also do white label. And like I said before, we are selling to 130 restaurants currently in the Detroit area. Our go-to-market strategy is fairly simple. 25% of all of our product currently will be in the restaurants and casinos and sports venues. The other 75% is tiered toward wholesale retail. That retail is going to be high-end grocery store chains, which there are about 18 of them with multiple store locations within a 300-mile radius of Recovery Park. And also Meijers and Kroger's. Meijer, we are currently in negotiation to get into our first 50 stores with leafy greens in early spring of next year. We have a strong leadership team. Pedro Langa is our president. Pedro comes to us with over 20 years of international food experience. And Brian Kraniak on the operations side, he comes to us with lots of experience in project management, project development, and owning his own business, so entrepreneurship skills as well. From a pro forma side, we have very strong revenues that ramp up very, very quickly once the greenhouse comes online, from 122,000 in 2020 to close to 20 million by 2022. We show negative losses for 2020 and 2021, which are covered by operational costs that are coming from the investor side, but growing relatively quickly once the greenhouse comes online to positive cash flow. You can see that our ending cash reserves, we are always positive cash flow, and you can see from our balance sheet that we always have positive liabilities and equities. So for today's presentation, we have total investment of the greenhouse of $10,063,000. We have reserves that we need of $654,600. We have operations that we need to cover for $1,323,465. We currently have committed debt for the project from the USDA for $6.275 million. We have PACE Energy funding for $3,346,000, but our need today is for equity. We're offering preferred equity for $2,420,075. This would be a 10-year investment. We're offering a 9% annual return. And at the end of 10 years, you have the option of taking a 5% per year bonus interest or converting your entire portfolio to common stock in our operation. We also have a very strong social impact. So for every acre of glass that we build, we employ 8 to 12 people. So you can see with our 2-acre build that we're looking at 25 full-time associates, people coming out of prison and drug treatment programs. We offer a competitive wage of $18 per hour, plus benefits and growth potential into management level positions as our business matures. I hope this gave you a great overview of Recovery Park Farms and the opportunity to invest, and I open it up for questions. Thank you.